Welcome to the 10 Acre Woods. Mark here, and it is a beautiful day. So you can hear the roosters crowing and the water running and dripping. And what we're doing is during the week, the girls, Tara and Tiana, have been working on cleaning out the barn, kind of some spring cleaning, get things all tidied up. And they are working in the back pen, or they're going to start working in the back pen where the little ones are. So we want to get those guys outside, and I wanted to make sure that I captured this because Billie Jean and Holly have not seen their mothers, so they'll be a year old this spring. They've been in the barn. We put our special ones in the barn, the young ones and our special ones, just as an added precaution throughout the winter months. So we're going to capture their meeting, and I know where is she? Petunia, which is over here. I know Petunia has been calling out a little bit for Billie Jean, so we're going to head in. This area hasn't been quite cleaned up yet. Hi, Hannibal. What are you doing in there? Yeah, I know that trick. Last video, Turbo played that trick where they squeak in this little wee hole. All right, this window has been open, and of course Levi, actually apparently both Levi and Meadow have been sticking their heads in, wondering what's going on. All right. So these guys are going out. So Tara and Tiana have been cleaning up. So this is all nice and clean. We've got the healthy straw down to suck up any moisture on the concrete. And of course this area here is nice and clean as well as the guinea area. Now you're probably wondering, where are the guineas? So the guineas are all in here. So we've kind of put them all together. The Muscovies are outside with the other ducks. The cold temperatures are now done, so we're not too concerned with that. And it's the peafowl pen that we have to do, and the back area. All right, here we go. Back you go. Come on, Sheldon.
We're on the other side. There you go.
Oh, no, go around the gate. Around the gate.
There you go.
Okay, George.
Come on, George. Georgie, Porgy, pudding and pie. Hi, Sheldon.
Come on, Sheldon. Come on, bud. No. No.
Dad, walk the gate.
Okay, let's close the gate. Come on, bud. We're going outside.
Okay, go. Up. Sheldon, come on, Sheldon. My special boy. Oh, Sheldon.
Hard to herd them.
Come on, Sheldon. Come on. Oh, God, Sheldon.
Look at the girls. They're like, huh.
Okay, come on. Come on, Hazel.
Sheldon.
Come on.
Hazel.
Come on, Hazel.
She's very scared.
Yeah, it's hard to get them moving. Okay.
Where's Mom? Where's Mom Holly?
Oh.
Coco.
We're coming to investigate.
There's Coco. Oh, it's Blackie. Blackie's Holly's, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's Coco. Oh, there's Hazel. They haven't seen Hazel.
Size difference. Moira.
They haven't seen Hazel before. Oh, Sheldon.
Come on, kid.
Oh, there we go. Reuniting. Oh.
Mom.
Mom.
Hi, Mom. Sheldon's gonna drive Turbo nuts.
Hey.
Come on, kid.
Just running around. Holly, you found your mom? Yeah, so see, they remember who their moms are.
She's trying to hide under the package.
Oh. What is this?
Hi, Sheldon.
Everybody's got to check each other out. The alpacas are very curious, as always. What is that? Is that Hazel? That's just a little goat.
Hazel. Hi, Hazel.
They say, is that a baby alpaca?
You're okay, Sheldon. This will be Sheldon's first time back here too. Like,
Yeah, Sheldon's usually up in the front area there.
hi, Sheldon. Hi.
He says,
Oh, who's gonna headbutt an alpaca?
he says, what are these large furry things?
Hi, Sheldon.
Got to get you acclimated to the back area.
Hi, bud. They're my two special kids. Hey, that's my special kids. Hey.
Oh, what's going on? We got some running action. Lots of playing, and George and Tinker.
George. George.
The Tinker's head, but George in the butt.
Sheldon's like, let me in my special bed.
Yeah. Says all these big animals.
George and Moira.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look.
George and Moira.
Moira, Billie Jean, Holly.
They're like, we got to stick together. These big ones here are really curious. Oh, the dogs are going to bark, yeah. Oh, what's up with Holly? Does she have a little fainting in her? She went down on her. They'll do that when they get, usually when they get scared. So people that, if you've seen the videos where people scare a goat, then they lock up their legs. And some of our goats have shown some of those traits. Who's that, Turbo? Is that Hazel?
He's a people goat.
Yes, Hazel's a people goat. She was raised in the house. And so she hasn't seen these big animals before. What do you think, Sheldon? What do you think, buddy? What do you think?
Goofs.
Oh, Marley and Paula. Look at all the hay. Oh, you guys have been munching down, haven't you? So it looks like the animals are checking out the pile over there. So that is where we have piled a lot of the material, or all of the material really, that's come out of the barn. And it is a lower area. So this here, usually when it rains, it fills up with water and there's a large puddle in that area. So we figured this is a good place to put some compost. And last year we did the same thing. We ran it along this area here, and it's been composting nicely. The pigs have been working at it and breaking it down and leveling it out. Somebody's got an itch. Tinker, you got an itch. It sounds like that rooster is gargling. Who's that? That's just a baby. You can see how she's kind of sticking around the humans.
Oh, we're coming back.
Oh. Yeah, she's hiding behind the humans. What? What? What is it?
Meadows lying down.
Oh yeah, okay. Meadow's lying down relaxing.
Oh, gonna roll.
Levi rolling over.
Oh, she almost kicked Levi in the face.
What are you doing? Look at all the hay. Oh, I missed it, I think. Turbo. The sheep will start running around and jumping and hopping, and I've been meaning to try to catch it on camera. They'll go through this whole playful thing. Well, guess we'll have to see if it happens again. Hey,
Play with Hazel.
go, run, play, Turbo. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, Pinker fell over. Did you find a new buddy, Levi? Who's that? Oh. Moira's gonna stick with Sheldon, I think. She's like, protect me from these large animals. Levi's curious. Oh, so quiet. You're so quiet. Oh, Hazel. Oh, Hazel. Oh, Daisy's coming in to check things out.
Daisy.
No, she's not moving. So the pigs have migrated over towards the clean out pile here because they like to dig through and find whatever they can.
Just gotta be a little wary because Levi doesn't really like the pigs. So sometimes he'll chase after them. So we gotta tell him no when he does it.
So they'll spend a lot of their time in here. Atlas, we're good. So the pigs will spend a lot of their time in here digging through it and leveling it out. So they're good at turning compost. So the ducks and geese are all in this area here. So what Tara's done is she's opened up the door to the building. She's opened up the door into this pen here. And apparently they want to migrate right in here to the snowy area. So they're out enjoying the weather. Hi, what are you doing, buddy? You like it outside? One of the hi guys. Oh, we have a runner.
Full bore for that.
Look at the roosters. Roosters basking in the sun. So last year, this area here, we had ice that was built up. So because we've redesigned the roof, you can see that the water no longer drips down right in front of the door, and it's all clear. So this is another area that we're going to have to clean out, but it's not a priority at the moment. We're going to work on cleaning out the inside of the barn first, and then we'll come out here and clean this up. It's pretty hard and frozen as well, so it's going to have to defrost a bit. All the Muscovies hanging out here in this area. Who's that? Is that Daisy? Whoop.
Striped walls above the stairs, yeah. Floor creaks beneath my feet. You're sleeping, I don't care, yeah. Your dreams will end as soon as you see me. Hands begin to shake, you soon realize your mistakes. Eyes are open wide, you can't believe this horrible sight. Taste just salty tears, I love that I am what you fear. Jaw drops to the ground, just screaming but not making a sound, yeah. I'm in your head, listen now. Keep trying to kick me out. You thought that you had me down, but look who lost his crown. Oh, I'm in your head, listen now. Keep trying to kick me out. You thought that you had me down, but look who lost his crown. Oh.
You gotta love a great aerial montage. I'm up front here with the donkeys, and it looks like Carl is up against the building, sunning himself. It's probably nice and warm. He's chewing his cud. We have the donkeys here, and Billy was right there, but I think he kind of snuck around behind the building. So these donkeys are, they are going to be rehomed. They're part of the plan. We had a family contact us that are moving out into the area, and they are going to be setting up a little homestead. So they were looking for a couple donkeys. So these guys are going to be going over probably the end of March. So we'll update you on that. There's Billy. Hi, Billy. How you boys doing? Getting a good shake? So the barn is pretty much cleared out, so we'll go in there and have a look at that. We had some volunteers come over today as well, and they worked on the outside shelter area. One area that didn't get cleaned up is this area in here, so as I mentioned before, we're gonna have to work on that. Hi guys! The ice dish here is, well, we've ice chipped it out a few times. We don't like using heated water buckets. Some of you have commented that there's a better way of doing it, but you didn't actually let us know what those better ways of doing it are. I think the smaller containers, as you can see here, we've got some ice that's built up around the bottom, but the smaller containers are pretty clear. So maybe the idea is to get multiple little containers and put them around. So it's always a learning curve in here as to what's happening. You guys liking it out here? So something else we're thinking of doing next year is the peafowl. So the peafowl have also found a home. So they're going to be leaving in the next little bit. So what we thought about doing is with the ducks and geese, actually having them inside the building. So that water dish issue may not be an issue. These alpacas seem to be at this location the whole time. They just like hanging out here, munching away. Chansey, hi. We have Tinker over here. Tinker and the alpacas. You can see this area all in here has been cleaned out. So this is what the volunteers did today. And you can just see how much material is in here. So we keep on adding material to keep the load down, to make sure it's nice and warm. It's always challenging in warmer or colder climates. What are you doing? You got an itch? You got an itch? Oh, Hannibal. This is one of Hannibal's favorite spots, right here in the corner. Just take an afternoon nap. So we got the kids back inside. So we had them out for a little while. there is, who's that? Lambert and Coco and Bronwyn. We're going to be doing Bronwyn's horns probably for next weekend. We want to get those taken care of to make sure that's all good. Now we ended up putting the other ones back inside just because, well, we're overprotective parents, I guess. We want to make sure that everything's good. Sheldon was being picked on a little bit, and some of the other ones, so, you know, introduce them back out slowly. Now we have Roxy. So Roxy still has some burrs, of course, you can see. We have tried to halter her. And I did talk about harnessing, and some of you out there, some equestrian folk, caught me on that. I basically call everything a harness, which I shouldn't, so I'll try to get the correct terminology. We're trying to halter her to get her all wrangled and taken care of and clean out those burrs. Tiana was out here doing that the other day, and she actually got kicked in the thigh. So no bruising or anything. She's completely fine. It was a little bit of a shock, but we want to keep her stress level down because Roxy is pregnant, and we don't want to create any concerns there. So it's best if she's got a couple burrs in her for the time being, rather than getting her stressed out and possibly injuring herself or somebody else. Now, inside here, you saw this earlier in the video. Nice and clean. And the back area has been cleaned up. So you can see all the regulars in here, the young ones. Somebody had asked why we keep these guys in here. Just they're smaller, special needs. And how can you put this little thing out in the cold, right? So usually what we'll do is we'll keep them in here until they're at least a year old. Now, of course, Sheldon's a special case because he's got some concerns with him growing up. Of course, he was he couldn't stand, couldn't walk, couldn't feed when he was born. We nursed him all back to health, and he's a special little boy. And then, of course, we've got George there, which is coming up on a year old. And then we have Moira, which is a few years old, but she's a Shetland sheep. You can actually see George is a little bit larger than Moira. Well, pigeons hanging out all over the place. They're nice to see flying around. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit of barn cleaning. Not the most exciting thing, but I wanted to introduce the animals back out into the yard, the small ones, and we'll do that a few times, keeping an eye on them. It's likely that Sheldon and Moira will go back up into the front area here, kind of our walk-in. There are greeters, our farm greeters when people come in. Fernando as well usually hangs out in that area, unless we're having a session of goat yoga. You don't want a turkey with his talons jumping up on you while you're in a downward dog. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or any suggestions, let me know, and we'll see you next video. Take care. Bye-bye.